Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 22 on the PS5. We are going to be continuing our career with HAAS. Also, just to give you a quick heads up, if you didn't already know, there is a poll on the YouTube channel on the community tab where you can choose which team we run with for our companion series, which will be starting on Thursday evening. We're going to be racing at the front and we're going to be racing as either Ferrari or Mercedes. The choice is yours. So if you haven't already voted, get on the community tab and cast your vote. How you doing, Mr. Water? Good to see you. So we are off to Montreal, to Canada, and the circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Got a good feeling about this circuit. I think I can run a very strong one-stop. If we get a safety car that helps us out, even better. But our car should be well suited, I think, to this particular circuit. We've already got everything kind of done and prepped at the end of the last episode, so let's go to our performance targets and see what we want to do. So, the incentive is to reach Q3. We can probably do that with Oscar. As a guarantee, I'm going to guarantee that both cars get into the top 14. And both cars are going to reach Q2. For finish positions, it wants us to have 2 drivers finish in the top 12. I think that's achievable. What about guarantees? Do we want to guarantee the fastest lap? No, I'm going to go for it because I think I've got a good chance of maybe sneaking a fastest lap on this circuit here. The qualifying streak and the finish position streaks, they're both already set. We just need one car in the top 14 to continue that streak there. And we need both cars to finish in the top 15 to continue that streak there. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Formula One is back in Montreal. Let's hope it's not going to be Groundhog Day. The local rodents have disrupted more than one race day here to kick off, and the only drama on the tracks we want to see is the best drivers in the world battling it out for a place on that podium. Gilles Villeneuve is a quick, free-flowing circuit in parts, with a stop-start aspect thrown in for good measure around the chicanes and hairpin bends. Medium-speed downforce will play a large part in avoiding the wall of champions and ensuring success at this iconic track. We're about halfway through the season now, and there's still plenty of time for everything to change. All eyes are on the teams and how they tackle the rest of the year. The weekend begins here.
Okay, Canada, and we have some wet weather for practice and potentially for qualifying as well. Unfortunately, we can't see a detailed breakdown of the weather. Unless maybe we can see it in circuit info. I don't think we can. No. Okay, so that's a little frustrating. I hope that's something that changes a little bit in the future. We'll have to see. But let's get our car set and ready for practice. We're going to be going out on inters by the look of it. Car knowledge at 91%. They do have a new part, which they're still working on, I believe. Let's check the car parts. I think they're both running the most up-to-date cars we have. The new side pods aren't ready yet. New rear wing isn't ready. We've got enough underfloors, enough suspensions. We are, a little low on front wings. Hopefully we don't have an accident, otherwise we might have to potentially swap one of the cars onto the old spec front wing, which will have an impact on our cornering speed, our dirty air cornering downforce, and also a slight reduction in our top speed. Certainly not what we want here at this particular circuit. And we've got plenty of chassis, so we're fine in that respect. Yes, there was an update today. I have installed the update. hopefully it improves performance a little bit. It should stop the bug that copies damage onto a new gearbox when we change gearboxes. So hopefully, we haven't suffered that yet, but hopefully we're not going to suffer that. In terms of car parts, I'm going to run the practice engine. Going to run the weaker ERS. That gearbox, that gearbox is toast. So we'll stick with the one that we've got right now. Let's up the run plan to 22 laps. Driving options, set the pace lower, and now we need to set the car up. So let's see. How you doing, Jeremy? I need a fair bit of speed on this circuit, but not too much. Still need to have some downforce for the corners, so we'll start with an 11.5 wing on this car. We'll go an 11 on the other car. See how that does. The tyre camber. I'm going to push the roll bar to a 2.8 on this car. We'll go 3.7 on the other one, I think, maybe. Let's push the camber out quite a bit. Let's drop the toe a bit as well. And we'll try that as our starting setup for this car. We are going to swap out Mick for Logan. This is close to a home race for him, so it makes sense to have him in the car. And now we need to do the same with Oscar's car. So again, we're going to swap the engine over. This one's taking a little bit more wear because we've pushed it harder. The ERS, swap that over. And again, that gearbox is pretty much toast. So, right, car setup. So I want to run an 11 wing on this car. 2.8 or 3.7. What did I put on the other car? Can't remember. I put a 2.8 on that one. So let's go a 3.7 on Oscar's car, and we will have less severe toe, and we'll go without any, or less severe camber, and we'll go with no toe at all. And let's see. Actually, we need to up that front wing a bit. Let's see how we do with that. So again, we'll go with a 20 lap run plan. Protect the engine. And we are ready to go. Watching my videos will convince you to get this on the PS4. I think it's dual entitlement, so I think if you do get the PS4 version, you're automatically entitled to the PS5 version as well. So if and when you do upgrade to a PS5, you should have this game for free on the PS5 as well. But I doubt you'll be able to copy your save progress across. It'll be a completely separate game, I think. Is the price going up for the PS5 in Canada? I know it's not in the States, but it is over here. It is in some European territories. It's gone up in Japan. I think it's about to go up in Canada if it hasn't already as well. Right, a little bit of spray kicking up there as we run on a damp track. Let's just take a look at the weather actually. So it's going to stay damp for most of the session. It will get a bit wet about halfway through, about 20 minutes or so to go, 20-25 minutes, and then it'll gradually just ramp down again. So let's see how the grip levels are affected as we progress. Right, let's speed some time up. Okay, so the track condition has changed to wet because we're now above 4 millimeters of rainfall. But we're going to stick with the inters. It's going to stay around the threshold and it's going to dip down again, so there's no point putting on a set of wets just yet. I've noticed as well, I don't know if this is the patch that's doing this, but my game keeps pausing. It might be the pad. Maybe I've got something lodged inside the D-pad somewhere. Might have to take it apart and give it a clean. Okay, so the rest of the field, yeah, some of the rest of the field is on wets now. It's pausing again. Let's see, that's Latifi going past us. He's definitely got more traction than us with those full wets. We're kind of just over the limit of what these inters are really designed for. Alright, I'm going to change my pad. See if it's a problem with the pad that keeps doing this pause thing. Or if it's the game. Okay, so the rain has eased off again. You can see we're now back into inter territory, so that's gonna hamper the wet runners a little bit, but not a huge amount. Okay, and Logan is not happy with the car, so we'll get him called in, make some changes. How about Oscar? Oh, he's not happy either. Okay, that's not so good. One thing I'm not 100% certain is whether or not the balance of the car changes dramatically in different weather conditions. So if we set it up during the wet and then we have a dry race, whether that's going to screw up the performance in the dry. I'm not 100% certain on that. It doesn't seem to indicate that anywhere. So I don't know if we're going to be ending up setting up a car for wet running and then have a dry race and not be as competitive as we need to be. Okay, so we've got too much oversteer, way too much oversteer. The rear wing's good. Traction's pretty good. So let's bring that oversteer down. Braking stability needs to improve. I just don't know which way to go on that. Let's go that way. We'll leave it on a 2.8. Change the tyre camber quite dramatically, and we'll put a lot of toe on as well. And that's some minor changes to the stuff that's great and some big changes to the stuff that's bad, so hopefully that'll work out quite nicely. Let's make those changes. And we're going to wait for Oscar to come through. I'm going to leave the inters on because, again, it's going to stay wet for most of the session. It's only going to be the last couple of laps where it's really going to be dry. And even then, not entirely dry. Well, the inters will last a long time, especially because considering we're looking after them as well. The wets last a really long time in this game, but the inters do tend to burn out a fair bit quicker. That said, it is very easy to overheat the wets and wear them out quite quickly if you're running on in long conditions.
Limiter on, please.
So let's start work on pastry. Oh, a lot of stuff is wrong here. Okay, so we'll go to 2.8 because we know that that works quite well for the other car. Let's bring that rear wing or front wing down a bit. Let's go to a 4.5. Let's change the toe. There we go. So we've got a minor change to the rear wing. Everything else has changed quite substantially. Let's give that a go. Okay, so out goes Sergeant. A little bit more work for Pastry's car. There we go. Track is drying up, but it will get very wet again very soon, so we'll stay on the inters. We're just on that kind of threshold at the moment. So there's no point bringing in... We're going to slightly overheat the inters, but we're taking care of them with our pace, so shouldn't be too bad. And as I say, by the time we bring the cars in, change the tyres, we're only going to get 1 or 2 laps in before we have to change them back again. It's just not worth it. And there we go. It's now wet again. And dry again. We'll ignore that. Yeah, it's going to keep doing this little changing conditions. Okay, why do you keep... Why? Does the game keep changing my game speed? Okay, this time it makes sense because there's something's happened. There's a lock-up for Sergeant. Has he damaged the car?
They've locked up and gone straight on. Let's take a closer look.
Let's have a look, see what he did.
Focus on the HAAS. It's a lock-up, and that could be costly.
Oh, no, with a weird animation glitch, we did keep it out the wall by the look of it.
Had such...
We'll check the aero on the car. Yeah, no damage. That's good. Oh, now Pastry's locked up. Again, he has also kept it out the wall. So, I think this is a combination of the setup needing dialing in properly, low track knowledge, and very low grip on the track, because all the rubber that was on the track is mostly washing away, so no, it's the wrong type of rubber as well. And now we're into heavy rainfall. Rain stopped. Still wet though. Still technically too wet for inters. But that track is going to dry up pretty quickly now, I think. Okay, so we've hit 4 mil. So now we're into territory. Right, does it keep... It's a bit frustrating that it keeps interrupting like this. We're close to feedback. I might just leave them out until the track is dry if they give their feedback now. Okay, so we've got good confidence for Oscar. Track's drying up pretty quickly. Got feedback for Logan. He's quite happy as well. Obviously, there's still work to do. I'm going to let them both run for one more lap. And then I might not make any more changes. I might just put them on a set of slicks. Although that does mean wasting a set of slicks. Well, let's call them in. We can at least see what the setup is looking like and make a little change. Okay, so what needs to be tweaked? Oh, braking stability definitely needs an improvement. The wings not so good. Again, I'm wondering if this is changing because the track's drying up. Let's go to a 10.5 on the wing. Pull up the front wing to a 5.5. Roll bar will go 1.9. Potentially. Actually, I'm going to need to change that. There we go. Be it based on that. Let's change the tyres. I think we're going to end up giving back a set of softs anyway, so we may as well try and get a quick glory run on these tyres. Let's take a lot of fuel out. Just want 4 laps of fuel. It takes about 4.5 minutes to change the service, so we'll get a couple of laps in.
Copy.
And if no one else goes out, this is going to put us at the top of the leaderboards. Or very close. Okay, so what do we need to change here? Again, braking stability. Rear wing is only good. Let's try him with a 12 then. I think I've gone the wrong way on Oscar's car. Too late to change that now. Which way do I want to go on the roll bar? There we go. Let's go with that. See how we deal with that. That might do it. Okay. So again, we'll put on a set of softs. Change the run plan down to just a few laps, because that's all we're going to have time for. Confirm. It's pausing again, look. Oh, we've hit 1 mil on the track. That's probably why it's paused this time. Now it's slowing me down again. Yeah, something's wrong with the way it keeps interrupting like this. It's a bit frustrating. Okay, so Oscar's ready. Let's send him out. I don't know if anyone else is going to go out for the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So if no one else goes out, we're going to top. Even at low pace, we're going to top the leaderboards, I think. Alright, let's see. What can our guys do? With a clear track, a dry track, no grip, well, no rubber, a little bit of grip. Oscar's gone purple in the middle sector. He hasn't even finished the lap yet. There we go. This is going to go top of the leaderboards by a long way. Sargent goes P3 on his outlap. Oscar just 2/10 off Verstappen on an outlap. That's crazy. There we go, P1 by over a second. Sargent, can he get P2? He should be able to. Yes, he can. Well, a couple of tenths off Oscar as well. That's promising. And there we go. That's P1 done. If only that meant anything in terms of points. It's just bragging rights at the moment. Got some decent track acclimatization knowledge there for Oscar. The car setup knowledge is almost done. I'm not 100% certain, but I think if they're learning the car at the same time as learning the track, it slows down their track acclimatization a little bit. Might be wrong on that, but the last couple of times I've put an upgrade on the car and they've had to relearn the car, it has felt like they've been learning the track slower than they should. So I don't know if that's actually a thing. It would kind of make sense, I suppose. Okay, so you can see we've given back 2 sets of tyres. Bit of a waste, never got to use them really, but we'll go on to a set of mediums for this session. We'll go with a 21 lap run plan. Protect the engine. Not changing the setups because we've already made those changes. Just give them some time on the track and some fuel to do it. And into FP2.
Radio check. Radio check.
So hopefully, as far as Schumacher, his car, hopefully we get that dialed in really quickly so we can just get him as much time on track as possible. Get that knowledge up. So with that said, I'm probably only going to make changes to his car once this session, and then we're just going to let him run and get as much time on the track as we possibly can. Okay, pace-wise, Mick, a few tenths off. I have to say I've been a little disappointed with Mick's pace in this game. I thought he would be a little bit faster than he is. Okay, so the car is great, so I'm going to let him keep running for a bit, finish his run plan, and then we'll pull him in once that's done and take a look at the car.
How's the
Oscar
balance?
is only good. Okay, so we'll pull him in now.
Okay, understood. Limiter on, please.
Okay, so what do we need to change? Or the front wing. Front wing's too much. The rear wing isn't right either. I'm going to go the opposite way this time. I'll go to an 11.5 on that. Let's go there on the front wing. Bring the roll bar back. Braking stability needs to go this way. It goes there. I need to try and lessen the impact on cornering and traction because they were both optimal. So I need to try and get that back if I can. Much, and that's too much on the lower part. This is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets really tricky. Maybe a little tweak on the front wing, go to 4.5. That gives me a little bit of wiggle room here, I think. Almost got it. There we go. I think that might be it. Not sure about the rear wing, not sure about the front wing, but in terms of the braking stability, I think that the cornering and the traction will be fine now. So apply those changes. Mick's still happy running around as he is. And now Mick's coming in, so we can take a look at Mick's car. Oh yeah, we got it really close. That's great to see. So we don't need to make massive changes here. We'll go to a 3 on the front wing. I do need to actually need to change the cornering slightly. Okay, so let's dial that back a touch. Go to a 3.5 on the wing. I just want subtle changes. I don't want massive changes. go. Let's try that. Keep our fingers crossed that these are the changes, or the only changes we need to make to Mick's car, because then we can just run him for the entire third practice without having to mess around with tweaking things, and just get him on track for as long as we possibly can. They're both almost done learning the new car parts as well, which is good. We might be touch and go as to whether or not we get full feedback from Schumacher at the end of this session or not. We're definitely going to get it from Oscar. He's due to drop it any moment. So his confidence has gone from good to great. Okay, his car I am going to bring in now. How you doing, Marcel?
Okay, understood. Okay, was it on?
Okay, so these changes we make to Oscar's car will make him send them back out, because that'll help speed up how quickly we get feedback in the next session. But hopefully it won't be too much. Okay, so we've got 2 optimals, 1 great. Just need to buff that rear wing slightly. We'll do that by changing the front wing angle. Drop that to a 3.5. Braking stability has changed a little bit. Going to change the roll bar. No, I'm going to leave the roll bar alone. There we go. So I just need to make a slightly bigger change to the toe. Not really much of a change to the front wing, is it? Let's go to a 3 on the front wing. There we go. So we need to keep the same tyres, but change the run plan because I don't have enough wear left to do 21 laps. So how long have we got left in the session? Just a few minutes. So we'll go 5 laps. How you doing, Dean? Sorry to hear you suffering with COVID. I hope you get well soon. I'm glad you've been enjoying the content. Right, let's speed things up a little. Get Oscar's car turned around. Still waiting for final feedback from Mick. Hopefully we'll get it just before the checkered flag. on, Mick. Oh! Confidence is great. Okay, he is coming in, but we're going to change that. We're going to stop him from coming in. Because we may as well get the extra lap out of him, so... He's not going to have time to start a new lap, but he can at least finish this one, and then do an in-lap after that. And that'll just get him that little bit longer on the track. Okay, there we go. That's the end of FP2. Set of confidence is 89. I think we've actually gone down. We still don't know what Oscar's is.
We'll be kicking off today.
Okay, let's see. What did we do to Mick's car? We did reduce it. Okay, we went the wrong way on a couple of things. That's fine. So we can revert that back and then go the other way. So we'll go that way. Actually, I'll leave the front wing as is. Let's maybe make a slightly bigger change here. Actually, let's go with that. Yeah, I think that might do it. So let's put him on a set of hard tyres and hope he gets an optimal. And to represent the fact we're doing what we hope is going to be a long run, we're going to put 35 laps of fuel in. Again, just having a nice long run. If the car doesn't come back optimal, we'll probably pull him in and have one look at it. Oscar has already started work on a new setup, so we'll just put a set of hards on him and we'll get him to run 20 laps. Okay, and we'll pay attention to the weather as well, because we know we've got rain on the way at some point today. Okay, it's going to be clear for the whole session, which indicates to me we're going to have a wet quali. That'll be interesting. Oh, second time. Well, hopefully it will be a little bit milder for you this time. I was going to say, why is Mick so far off the pace? And then I realised we've just stuffed a huge load of fuel in his car. It's got more than twice the fuel Oscar's got. Looks like Russell was... No, Russell was just slow because he was stuck behind us. I thought he was on a long run as well then. As soon as he got clear, boom, up the leaderboard.
How's the balance?
Still not quite there. Right, what do we need to tweak? Not much. We are almost there. Okay. Just need to tweak the toe, I think. That might be it.
Oh, there's a spin! Here's the replay. Daniel Ricciardo involved here. And yes,
A
that's
little
where
clumsy,
they
but
spin
not
out.
that bad. No damage.
The team are really disappointed.
The team are going to fire him for that. Well, I was going to say they're going to replace him with Oscar Piastri, but they can't. We've got him. Okay, mixed car is only great. Okay. But hopefully it's better than it was. And we undid the damage that we did when we made the last set of changes. So maybe this time all we need is just that tiny tweak
Copy.
to get the car perfect. Oh no. It's still not right. Oh dear, excuse me. Okay, this is going to be tricky. We've got him at 93. Okay, so we went that way with braking last time, which suggests we need to go that way, but we also went that way with camber. Let's try this. Let's try pushing them both up. Don't really want to run a wing that shallow. We are so close to getting this spot on. I think that's going to be it for our, in terms of what we can try. This one might elude us. Change the run plan down to 28 laps. If we can't get it, we'll just roll it back to 93, and at least we've got a solid setup for him to, to use in qualifying in the race. I really want Oscar to have a nice run on track now. He should get to 100% on his track knowledge without too much issue. It's just a question of whether or not we can get his car to 100%. Mick's still really heavy on fuel. I thought I changed his run plan. No, I didn't, did I? Okay, so he's still fat with fuel. It's going to make him slow, but it's not the end of the world. And if we are going to stand a chance of maybe getting a podium or even sneaking a win, we do need a good qualifying session. And so for that we need good track knowledge. Oh, we've had a crash. It's one of the HAASes.
Yellow head.
Let's
It's
have
Joe.
a look. Let's take another look. There we have Joe.
Joe Guan Yu.
They've lost control,
Oh,
and there's the
that's
crash.
minor. That's also very closey. That was completely avoidable. Oh, cancel calling. I haven't had the feedback yet. Slow speed down just a little bit. Is he running low on fuel? He is. There we go. Optimal setup. Fantastic. And he's now at 100% as well. So now we can call him in. And theoretically, we've got a blueprint for Mick's car as well. And the trouble is, if we make the changes now, Mick's not going to have a comfort rating for his car. Yeah, look at that. We finally nailed it. 100% on everything. So now we just need Mick to give his feedback and hope that he's optimal as well. I'd like to get him above 80% on his track time. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'd like to try and get him to 85, but I think that's probably asking a bit too much. I still don't know whether or not to try and re-sign Mick for another couple of years or not, or whether to just ditch him at the end of the season when his contract expires. Feel free to weigh in the chat. Oh, we've had a big crash. That's down at the hairpin. Ignore. Let's have a look at the replay. Ocon's out, I think.
Was that a crash? Multiple cars, I think. Let's see what happened.
Has he been torpedoed by the Ferrari? I think he has. Bang! Oh, straight into the back of him. Then that's sent to the shadow realm there. No returning from that.
Mark my words, there'll be questions asked about that later.
Which Ferrari was it? Oh, it was Leclerc. Leclerc just spearing him off the track there. That was pretty brutal. So Leclerc's going to get a penalty. That could help us in the race as well. The fact that he's got a penalty. At the very least, it means that we might have a faster car to piggyback as it comes through the field if we can't keep up with the front runners at the start. I just need that feedback. Come on, Mick. Please give me the feedback before the session ends. Only great. Well, it's too late to make changes, really, so let's just let him run the session out. Oh, we did get him to 85 on the track acclimatization. That's good.
The virtual safety car ending.
Alright, this lap's pretty much done. There we go. And let's see what Mick's final rating was. 93. Oh, back at 93 again. So, yeah. We'll leave him like that. We'll not risk making any changes. But now we have quali in the wet. If we can time this right, depending on how the rain falls and when it falls, we could possibly sneak a pole here. I want one flying lap, no cooldown laps. It's going to start dry. We need to get out ASAP, just in case it's going to start raining almost immediately. We want a good engine. 83% flying. Need to change the ERS. Gearbox. I'm going to put a fresh gearbox in the car. Oscar. change his engine. Change his ERS. And we'll give him a new gearbox for the event as well. I'm onto our third gearbox already. Definitely going to end up with some penalties at some point this season, I think. Run plan. Cooldown lap's taken off. I did take it off the mix as well, yes. Okay, we are ready for quali. Fingers crossed.
Ready to check.
Right, sending both my guys out straight away. Let's take a look at the weather plan. Okay, first session is going to be dry, so I probably should have checked that first, but never mind. Just had a Mercedes 1-2 at Canada. Ah, congratulations. Both a bit slow out the pit lane there. Okay, we've got the Williams coming out the garage. It's Albon. Verstappen's coming out, and so is Sainz. Right, ideally I don't want anyone else to come out the garage now. Oh, someone's coming out. Gasly's coming. Why is it the AlphaTauris are always the one that block me? If it's not Tsunoda, it's Gasly. It's one of those two. Well, hopefully I'll catch them on a place where I can get past them without being held up too badly. No one else is coming out yet. That's good. So it's just Gasly to worry about. Looks like we might get him on the back straight. Or if not there, maybe the run down to the hairpin. We'll catch him on the hairpin run. Don't you start weaving like that. Oh, okay, that's not too bad actually. Is he going to bail out the way? Or is he going to block us? He bails out the way. Schumacher gets through. Doesn't look like either of them really got held up. That's good. And that's first and second on the leaderboard for now. A 1:12.7. That's not too bad. And now we're going to hold up Gasly. Yeah, he got held up a little bit there. Alright, let's put the same tyres back on. We're only half a second off Sainz. Mick might have got held up a little bit, just looking how far behind he is. 6/10 behind Oscar. I don't think Sainz got held up at all. Maybe a little bit, but... Or maybe he's just not pushing quite as hard as he could, but that's a really good time. We're going to go out on the scrubs again for a run here at the end, but Oscar, I think, is probably safe. It's only really Mick that needs to go out. So I'm only going to send out Mick. I'm not going to send out Oscar. I'm going to send Mick out now, because the rest of the field should be coming out any moment. Yeah, already there's movement behind me. I don't know why they stutter coming out the pits like that. Alright, Mick, Oscar is sitting in the garage. This is your chance to get yourself safe. You should improve by 0.4. I'm going to go with a 0.4 improvement. Don't let me down. I'm just wondering now, did I make a mistake leaving Oscar in? Track grip is improving, but I don't think it's going to improve enough. To knock him out. Alright, here we go. Okay, improved in the first sector. It's a good start. Improvement in the middle sector as well. Not expecting him to set the timing screens alight here, but as long as he gets safe, that's all that matters. Just avoids the wall of champions, kisses the curb, and improves by only 0.3. That's a little disappointing. Well, he is on scrubs, so yeah, 0.3 is about right, I suppose. Hopefully that's enough to get him through. Leclerc and Sainz have improved. Leclerc dramatically, Sainz by an extra 1/10 or 2. Ricciardo can't get past us, nor can Vettel. Vettel's on the cusp of being knocked out. He is out. Oh, and we are close to being knocked out. But who's behind us? It's Ocon. It's all down to Ocon to see whether Ricciardo gets through or whether Ricciardo gets knocked out. We are safe because the Williams don't have the pace to knock us out. Ocon does not improve. Ocon goes last. Where is Ocon on the track? Is he behind one of the Williams? I didn't get the chance to see, but he must have had a slow... He must have got stuck behind one of the Williams in that qualifying run there. Okay, so, yeah. P9 pace with just one run. P14 for Mick on a run with scrubs. And don't forget, we do have that penalty for Charles Leclerc. Okay, Q2. Oh, we're into wets already. Okay. That rain came on Brit suddenly. Thought it would have gone to winters, but nope, full wets. With that in mind, I am going to go for 2 flying laps with a cool-down lap. we'll send them both out right at the beginning, and we can pull them in if it looks like it's drying up. I wish I could see what the water level's like right now. Oh, 4.24. It tells me in the bottom corner. No, it won't show me anything else, it just says moderate rain. Okay. Do I gamble? Do I gamble with inters? I don't know if it's going to get lighter or not. If it's going to get lighter, it's not going to get worse. So we'll go out with full wets. Let's take a look at the weather before we go out, though. Okay, it is going to get a little bit lighter, so we are going to put on some inters. I'm just going to let a couple of cars go out first. Because I think as the cars start circulating, it's going to push water off the racing line. It's going to reduce the amount of rainfall on the circuit in terms of the, how fast we can go, which is going to put them right into the window for inters, which means we've got the potential to go faster than the AI. It all depends, of course. The AI might have the same idea, but it looks like they are going to go with wets. And already we can see that rainfall is coming down slightly. Let's see if anyone else changes tyres. They're going to go out on inters at the end. I'm pretty much sure of that, but if we can at least get a good position to start with, if there's a problem, like a yellow flag or even a red flag that ends the session, which is possible with wet racing, then you never know. We could theoretically end up with pole position times here. Well, top of the board for Q2. There goes Gasly, so he's not going to hold us up. Perez is going out on inters. He's had the same idea as us, so's Gasly. So Zhou is going to end up down towards the bottom of the order here. I'm going to let Zhou go through before I send my guys out, otherwise he's going to be in the way when we start our hot lap. Plus that rainfall is getting lower. So if we wait too long, it'll start to go back up just a little bit. In fact, looking at that, I'm just going to wait till towards the end. I'm going to send them out with about 5 minutes to go.
I think that was a crash.
Oh,
Let's take a look at the replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes here.
Oh, that's a bad crash.
And there, we see the crash.
I think that might be him out of qualifying. Nope, he's still going. He's got a puncture, though.
And that was a bitter blow for the team.
Alright, so let me close that off. There we go. We're looking at 121s. Rainfall is low-ish. So 121. So that's 2 minutes 40 plus an outlap of say 150. 430. A cool down lap of say 140. Looking at about 6-ish minutes. We're close to going out. We're very close. Some of the cars are going out now by the look of it, so I'm gonna send my guys out now. How you doing, SITV? That has to be the most solid Merc. I know what you meant, Colin. Alright, so we've got enough fuel for 2 laps. We'll have a cool down lap in between. Trying to catch the track at just the right moment, because it does indicate that it may possibly creep up ever so slightly again towards the end. So I'm hoping I've timed this right. In fact, an easy way to check that is going to be... Yeah, so we're going to get our flying runs in that nice, easy, cool period. It's just whether we have issues with traffic now. I'm hoping because it's early in the session still, that we won't get any cars suddenly pull out the garage in front of us right now. Yeah, we've got a clear run. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's ride on board with Mick. How did he not rip off the whole right side? The cars in this are incredibly durable. The only damage you really see is maybe a puncture, and a front wing gets ripped off. I don't think I've seen a rear wing get ripped off. I don't think I've seen a wheel get ripped off. Tyres are really overheating, but we've got to push them. I don't think overheating the tyres does anything to their performance. It just speeds up how quickly they wear out. Okay, we're green at the moment. We're not purple anywhere. But we are running a little bit more fuel. So ideally we want to cross the line before anyone else comes out, but then have other people come out right after we cross the line. So that while we're on our cooldown lap, we're not going to run the risk of getting into traffic on the second push lap. Okay, P2 and P3. Still half a second off Charles Leclerc though. Nobody else is budging yet. That worries me. Maybe they're just going out for one run, which means they're going to come out in about 1 minute. Which is going to be right as I'm coming through. Maybe we can sneak through. Oh, we've got movement. That's one of the AlphaTauris. Hopefully we can get a podium today. Yeah, I think we've got a really good chance of a podium. We might even have an outside chance of a win if we can get with the leaders very early on and stay with them. Because they're almost certainly going to two-stop. And if we can make the one-stop work without losing too much time in terms of, you know, pace on track, then we can keep track position. But we need to be with the leaders at the beginning for that to work. So the higher up we can qualify, the better. Don't know what the weather's going to do in Q3 yet. They're all about to start filing out, aren't they? Just as we start our hot lap. There's a McLaren coming out. Hopefully he won't get in the way. Oh, good. And the rest are coming out behind us, so nice. The only downside is our tyres are a little bit warmer than they should be. The track's getting drier every time, every second, and we're the first ones out on the final run. So we might have got caught out there. We are improving. I wonder how much fuel I've got left. Oh, Oscar's gone purple in the middle. This track's getting faster and faster. I'm going to see. I'm going to take control and just keep them pushing. If they run out of ERS, they run out of ERS, but I'm going to keep them pushing. We've got enough fuel for another push lap. Got plenty of tyres as well. So, Oscar's P1 right now. Mick P3. The others are going to improve. Or are they? Looks like we were pushing at just the right time on the track. I don't know, the track, it keeps fluctuating, that rainfall meter. Someone spun. It's one of the Mercedes.
Yellow ahead.
Oh no, it's Ricciardo.
Take a look now. Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
Oh, that's clumsy.
Spin.
That's not going to affect us though. That's a Q1 yellow, or Sector 1 yellow. We're in Sector 3. We've gone purple again in the middle. We've lost the battery.
No overtake.
That'll hamper us on this acceleration here, but only on this acceleration here. Neither driver have improved, but we are still currently sitting very pretty at the top of the boards here. We could see someone crash out here in terms of their lap time. Joe goes third. Oh, Verstappen pips us. As long as we're in the top 10, that's all that I care about. Mick's getting pushed further and further down. Got to think that Russell's going to get him. Maybe Alonso. Yeah, Alonso's got him. Oh, Mick's just dropping like a stone. So Mick's out. But Piastri is very much in. 12th isn't too bad, depending on how big a penalty Leclerc's getting. I wish it would tell me what the size the penalty was. You know, we would have potentially the chance of moving up one spot in, with Mick. Okay, Q3. Track is dry again. Oh, okay. So I have got 3 brand new sets of tyres right now. I'm only going to use one of them, and then I've got 2 brand new sets in the race. I'm probably going to end up using one of them, but it gives me flexibility if there's a safety car. So we'll go out for the first run on these scrubs. Not sure I chose the right tyres. Yes, I did. And then we'll save those 2 sets for the race, and we'll use that for our second run. That one there. Let's change the run plan. I do not want to do 2 flying laps with a cooldown lap. That's way too much weight in the car. And Oscar's car is 100% in terms of confidence as well, so, and 100% track knowledge. So this is for all the marbles.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, I think there is something wrong with this pad. It keeps changing the speed. I'm going to go back to the other one again. I switched them back earlier. I'm regretting it now. There we go. Is the time going down? No. Now it's going down. Nobody's blinking yet. Oh, someone's blinking. It's Leclerc. And Gasly's going out as well. Now Hamilton. And it is absolutely bucketing down outside, apparently. Thought I could hear some noise. Okay, when do I go out? When do I go out? Norris is going out. I'm going out now. Oh, and so is Verstappen. Alright. See how this first run goes. And remember, we are running a set of scrub tyres here, so there is potential for an extra tenth or 2 to be found on the final run. Track rubber's going to be critical again. Oh, we're getting held up by Alonso, maybe. We're not going to get held up by Tsunoda for a change. And we are P4. 7/10 off Leclerc.
Looks like there's been a lockup. Let's take a closer look. Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one. Well, they've lost it. They've locked up.
Well, he's not damaged his car, but if he was on a hot lap, that's ruined his lap. I think he was on his... Yeah, he was on an in lap. Shame. I was hoping that would be his push lap. But I remembered he went out before us, so... Let's put on the fresh set. And there is going to be the most rubber at the end of the session, right at the death. Not normally quite so important, but given that there's been wet weather that's washed away all the track rubber, it's probably more critical now than it would normally be. So we are going to aim to be the last car out on track. And hopefully there'll be no incidents to spoil our run. Once again, we just don't quite have the pace of Bottas by the look of it. Bottas doing an outlap and coming straight back in again there. Bit odd. Okay, it's quite a quick lap here, so we don't need to be out ASAP. That should be more than enough time. And I don't think oh no, Bottas is out. There he is. I see him. Between Alonso and Leclerc. Alright. This could be an absolutely crucial qualifying for us. I'd like to try and get on the third row. Don't think I've got 2.5 tenths in the car to beat Bottas. But it would be nice to be able to do so. Alright, tyres look nice and warm. It's time to go. Little last minute wiggle. And now it's pushing. Can we beat Bottas and get 6th place on the grid? The end of the session. Come on, Oscar, you can do this. Up in the first sector, but I don't know by how much. Wish there were more detailed splits on the timings page. Oh, he's locked up. Oh.
Let's have a look. Now just focus on the HAAS.
No. Ah, damn it.
There's the crash.
I don't have a spare front wing. Now that is my spare used up.
Will
so
they be able to recover?
I don't know what's going to happen if someone. I think if we break another front wing, we might not be able to. I'm just going to call the car in if he's not coming in already. There's no point continuing the lap. But we might have to retire a car in the race if we don't have a spare front wing, because I don't think you can put on an old spec once you started qualifying. We got 8th in the end. That's not too bad. At least we're ahead of Yuki. That could have been better. Oh, 7th potentially because of Leclerc. I don't know whether it's a 5 place or a 10 place penalty.
The time has come to fight it out. It's race day.
HAAS proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. Alfa Romeo managed to meet expectations during qualifying, and if they can keep this up, they'll have a good race ahead of them. And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy could prove very valuable as the race plays out.
And each team will be hoping that fortune is on their side. So bon chance to them and their drivers for this Canadian Grand Prix.
Alright, so we've got a dry race. In terms of sponsors, we achieved all of our qualifying targets. So we've also achieved our qualifying streak bonus there. Now we need to do our finish streak bonus. That shouldn't be an issue. Do I want to do a guarantee slot? Position gain. You know what? Yeah. I think Mick can get into the top 10. I think Oscar can get into the top 5. I'm going to be brave on that one. And we did take on the fastest lap as well. So we're really gambling on this one. We're really going to throw the weight behind our one-stopping here. So this is the strategy we're going to be running. At least with Mick, anyway. Now with Oscar, I might still two-stop. Because the front runners are going to two-stop. So now it's a question of how good a two-stop can I get. So let me see if I can do a medium, medium, soft and make that work. I want full attack on each of these tyres while I work this out. Yeah, that works. And that's potentially very fast. So the one stop that we put Mick on, theoretically, we put him on that. That's a 127. The strategy we're going to do, potentially only a second slower, but it gives us much more flexibility in the life of the tyres. Because I don't think we're going to be able to run Mick at that pace all the way through. I think we're going to melt his tyres before we get that far. So I'm going to gamble with this. I'm going to push the fuel levels up so I can really push hard. This may come back to bite me if there's a safety car and we end up piling up on extra fuel, but I'd rather have the fuel and not need it than not have the fuel and need it, because I'm going to be pushing their engines in terms of fuel use all the way through this race. Okay, there we go. Strategies are set. We are ready to go racing.
It's a somewhat overcast day for the drivers, who've now taken position on the grid. Looking at the HAAS, they might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. And we're just moments away now. The drivers are ready and raring to go. It's the Canadian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, we need a good start from Oscar here. He's going to be heavy with fuel. Let's see what everyone else is doing tyre-wise. Okay, some soft, some medium.
Good job.
Schumacher's gained a place already. I think he's just re-overtaken. Where is... Oh, Sainz is all the way down in 14th. Leclerc is in 3rd. Sainz must have taken a penalty. Russell's all the way down there as well. So Leclerc must have just had a 5-place penalty, I think, given that he's still in 3rd.
Very good.
Maybe the other two took new engine parts or something.
HAAS with an overtake there.
Schumacher retaking Tsunoda. Up to 10th now. Oscar shaping for a move on Alonso. I don't think he's going to get it. But Mick is making moves. He's alongside Norris. Need to make sure he does not get in Oscar's way. Otherwise he's going to ruin Oscar's strategy. We've got the inside line into turn 2. And we're past Alonso. Bottas up next.
Okay, good job, that's one.
Is that a new race?
Oh, and just like that, we're side by side with Bottas. Come on. Ah, couldn't quite make the move stick. So I'm deliberately running a split strategy on these guys here because I want to run Schumacher a little bit longer because he can potentially hold up anyone who pits early and let Oscar through, or at least slow them down enough for Oscar to get back with them if necessary. That's Oscar up to P6 as he gets past Valtteri Bottas. Schumacher's past Alonso. These guys are both flying right now. We're all over the back of Verstappen, who's on soft tyres. We almost completely killed our battery to do it, but can we get him here? Side by side through the final chicane. We're already shaping for a move on Bottas, look.
DRS enabled. No, DRS enabled.
Can we hold off? Can we hold off and keep the move? Oh, it's close. Better traction out the corner. We're up to 5th.
Good job.
Right, now I'm going to start recharging the batteries.
More charge.
Copy. Charge on. Copy.
Need to get past Piastri. No, not Piastri. Need to get Piastri past Gasly as quick as I can. Get onto the back of Leclerc. I've got a little bit of time, but I can't wait too long, or else I will drop too far behind to be able to push. Good start from both drivers. Yeah, this is probably the best start as a team that we've had this season. And that's us past Gasly. Verstappen tries to follow us through,
Nice work.
but can't make the move stick. Right, what's the gap?
HAAS with an overtake.
1.5 seconds to Leclerc.
We're currently P8.
Bottas got back past us. That's okay. Oh,
Looks
someone
like
spun.
That was a position gained for
Oh, this is the
Alfa
overtake from
Romeo.
Bottas.
Here's the replay. Now
Yeah, we got
see
held up
Valtteri
behind
Bottas.
Verstappen, who was slow out of turn 2 and just got boxed in. Nothing we could do on that one. So who spun? Looking at the track map, it might be one
Yellow
of the...
head, yellow head.
Oh, it's ahead. Alonso
Let's
spun.
take a look at the replay. Now watch this. Here's Alonso's car.
Oh, that's right behind us. Well, there we go. Just
That
whoop,
spin
gone.
is undoubtedly going to cost them time.
So that was right behind Schumacher.
The team are devastated. They'll be questioning.
Alonso's going to end up dropping
right.
right back to, towards the back of the field because of that. He might get going before... No, he is right at the back of the field. This does leave Mick a little bit vulnerable, so we'll just change his battery to neutral.
Switch charge on.
Oscar, I'm going to do the same with his.
Charge off.
Oscar's going to get overtaken here. So I'm going to put Oscar straight back onto recharge. How's Mick? Mick's
Charge
right
on.
on the back of us. Okay, so we'll put Mick back on charge as well. We lost another place. Vettel got us. Not
Hold
Vettel,
charge, hold charge.
Verstappen.
Copy.
Let's see what happened there. Now here we see Max Verstappen.
Again, you know, just didn't have the drive because we were charging. I thought we could
And
hold
they
him off,
clear
but
it.
apparently not.
Big move for them.
It's okay.
And a
We'll
race
recharge the
position
batteries
gain.
and we'll go again. We're
And the
still
team-
in an excellent position here. I mean, it's not exactly a big gap. It's what, 1.5 seconds to the front runners. Single lap of pushing could probably get us there. As long as it doesn't get too big, we'll be fine. Given that Gasly is on soft tyres, chasing down medium runners, we should. Oh, Hamilton's soft. He's got to the lead. Okay, that could complicate things a little bit. Perez is back in front. Okay. Schumacher still within range. Battery's charging up nicely. We're okay, but I would like to cool them down at some point. We are pretty much there with the battery now, so I'm going to go to neutral with both
Charge
drivers.
Copy. Mod race.
I think Verstappen's going to get a bad exit here. We might have the chance to jump him. Can we get him under braking with a lunge? Go on, up the inside. Nope. Oscar thinking of a move on Verstappen. Let's go back to that. Can we do to him what he did to us? Get him trapped behind? No, we tried to switch back on him. Alright, Gasly's starting to fall back a bit. I need to try and get past as quick as I can now. Let's go deploy.
Mode push.
So Verstappen's going to go through, Gasly's going to get squeezed a little bit. We lost a little bit of momentum there. That's a shame. Although Verstappen should catch up to Hamilton. I think we've got a run on Gasly here, maybe. He's got DRS on Verstappen.
HAAS with an overtake.
Ah, he
there.
pulls out in front. Damn it. Come on, double slipstream. Okay, we're back past Verstappen. Under braking. Go on, son. Got to go around the outside.
Doing a
Can
good
we
job.
make the move stick? No, we can't. But we should get him on the next straight.
Is that
Mick
a
followed
new
us
race
through as well,
position for HAAS?
past Bottas.
Charge on, please.
Alright, now we'll go full deploy again.
Mode push.
Try and catch up to the back of Hamilton.
Nice work.
HAAS with an overtake.
Have to go neutral. Just so I don't burn all the battery I'm going to earn over the lap in the first couple of corners. We're far enough ahead of Gasly to not have to worry about him on this straight. Next straight could be an issue. Mick is all over the back of Verstappen right now, who does not have DRS, I don't think, to Gasly. Oh, he does. Yeah. Oh, we're under pressure. We held him off. Start charging.
Charge on.
Now I need Mick to make a move and try and get up and help us. On around the outside. Nope. Got the run up the inside, maybe. Not quite. Up the inside here, come on. Right, that's Verstappen. Can we get Gasly? Oh, look at that drive out that corner there.
Good job. More charge.
Come
Understood.
on, defend the inside, defend the inside. Beautiful. Right, now I can get both my drivers to charge up, protect each other. And then we can push and catch up to Perez. We are making excellent progress. So hopefully this will allow me to stay behind Oscar without getting too close and compromising Mick too much, and be able to hold back Perez. Without leaving himself vulnerable to a switchback. Like that, there we go. Mick has done well to move up the grid. Yeah, he has. He's done very well. Mick doesn't normally get the chance to make the moves like this. I deliberately tried to pay a bit more attention to him at the start of this race than I have done with others, where I've kind of ignored him a little bit and left it too long to move him up the grid as high as I'd like to. But with two cars in this position, and don't forget Mick's on a one stop. He's got real potential now to hold everybody else up when they make their stops and let Oscar just sprint off into the distance. Speaking of, let's deploy.
Mode push.
Copy.
Come on, mate.
Copy.
Lovely bit of defensive blocking there from Mick. I will switch them over.
Road race.
I will switch them over if I need to. Mick is just dropping out of range. going to be vulnerable. Why does YouTube remove all of my videos? No idea. You need to take that up with YouTube. Okay, Mick's got pace to hold back Verstappen right now. Oscar is under 4 seconds away from Leclerc. The front three keep scrapping, which is what I think they're doing. It's just going to keep costing them time. It means we can keep charging and then close up on them. Let's take a look at that front battle actually. So Hamilton is in the slowest car, but he's on the fastest tyres. And I don't know if that's actually holding the field up or not. I don't think it is. But when they squabble and they go side by side through corners, that slows them down. And it gives me that chance to try and just eke up a little bit to the back of them.
Mode push.
Mick looking for a move, they're not going to get it. As long as Mick can cover that inside. Oscar's just going to go now. Did they add any more tracks to F122? Not since they added Portimao, but you can't play that in career mode, which is a shame. You may do it in time trial or online. Mick is outside of a second, but that's fine. I think he's got enough pace to be able to hold back Verstappen. At least I hope he's got enough pace to hold back Verstappen. Someone spun. It's not one of the leaders. It's not my other car, so I don't really care. It's
Sounds like we've had a spin.
It's Albon. Okay, Piastri's got the gap down to 2.5 seconds, but he's pretty much out of battery again. Let's just put him on neutral. Come on, Mick, you can defend. New fastest lap for Oscar. That'll get beaten at some point. But Oscar's pushing. Tyres are a bit hot, but got to push. I've left Mick behind. But I'm relying on Mick to do the defensive job now. I do need to cool these tyres down a bit, but I haven't really got the chance just yet. If I can get into the back of Perez, get his DRS, I can cool down all I need there. Don't want to have to hardest again. I'm going to drop more time.
Charge on.
Copy.
Okay, they're running 2 and 3 wide down the back straight. That's going to slow them down into this hairpin chicane. A little bit. I hope. Nope. They're just DRSing away from me. Oh, Mick's vulnerable. Come on, you can get back past. You can get back past. There we go. Good lad. Verstappen's going to try and sneak it. He can't make the move stick. Good. And he's lost a bit of ground as a result. So do you race or just commentate? I'm controlling the strategy. This is a management game. This isn't an actual physical racing game. That's the Codemasters F122 game. This is the Frontier F1 Manager game. The gap is opening up again. Cars are on a pace with Hamilton, but that means they are going to be running the softs later. Mick's got this. His tyre wear is fine for the strategy that's chosen. He's doing exactly what I need him to do right now. Oscar, unfortunately, doesn't seem to have the pace. I need him to push, but I can't push him much harder than he's already pushing without battery.
Charge off. Copy.
Let's try running him like this for a couple of laps. I need to get those tyres cooled down. Just one of the cars up front locks up, runs a little bit wide and loses a couple of seconds. I can pull away from them. Hamilton being up front looks like it's the worst possible thing for me. I need Perez up front.
Charge on.
I've got to ease off on those tyres a little bit. Let's see, the nearest traffic is at the hairpin at the back of the straight, back of the track. So we're still a way off catching lap cars yet. Ocon is really struggling, look, he's still all the way down there. Someone locked up. Please be one of the front runners.
Oh, big lock up there.
Nah,
let's take a closer
Latifi.
look. Now let's look. We're
Got all
watching
excited
Nicholas Latifi. That lock up could have
That's not
cost
Sector
him
2,
dearly.
that's Turn 1. That's very much Sector 1. Some of these yellow flags don't make any sense.
Charge off. Copy.
Alright, I'm going to run a couple of laps like this and see if I can make any kind of inroad. Is Ocon towing a caravan behind him? Well, he's got past Latifi, so if he's pulling Latifi, then yes. Mick is still holding off Verstappen nicely. Vettel's in for the pits. And he's on hards. Has he damaged his car? No. Okay, that's weird. He went from hard tyres to hard... No, he wasn't on hard tyres. Nobody was on hard tyres. It was just a glitch. But he's gone on to hards. Maybe he started on softs and his softs have just given up. Okay. Hamilton is no longer in the lead. And he's in the pits. Okay. If his tyres were going to wear out that quickly, maybe it would have been better for him to stay in front of us. But he will now be stuck behind Mick. Until Mick makes his pit stop. Hamilton's going to come out behind Sainz. And Joe, Sonoda, Norris, and Russell. Okay, so Hamilton. Oh no, wait. He managed to get out ahead of that queue because of the way the pit exit works on turn 2. That's a shame. I was really hoping he'd get held up behind the others. He's just snuck out in front of them. And I do mean just. That's the queue I was hoping he would get stuck behind. But that also means that's potentially a queue I will get stuck behind when I pit. So I need to keep pushing. We are not making any inroads on the front runners. That is a little disappointing. If anything, we are dropping a little bit of time. Is Frontier part of Codemasters? No, very separate companies. As far as I know, Frontier self-publish. Codemasters were independent, but they are now owned by EA. Okay, a lot of other cars are pitting as well. Mick still has some traffic behind him in the terms of Bottas. I'm going to ease Mick's tyres off a little bit more. I hope that that's enough to keep him ahead of Bottas. Slow his pace down just a touch. Make those tyres last a little bit longer. I am 6.5 seconds behind Perez and Leclerc. The win was always going to be an outside chance, but I am definitely on for a podium right now. Just slightly underneath where I need to be on those tyres at the moment. We pushed them really hard for a long time, so they picked up a bit of extra wear from thermal degradation. Do have some back markers in front though. Is that a Williams coming out the pits? It is. Okay, so I've got a Williams and, well, Ocon and Latifi basically are in front of us.
Alfa Romeo
And Latifi's back in front of Ocon. Oh, Latifi hasn't pitted yet, so that must be Alonso and Albon in front of us then. Can't be already, surely not. Oh, those two are side by side, they're fighting. We've lost so much time on this lap. Where's it all gone? I didn't see us have a wobble. Yeah, that's Ocon and Latifi in front of us. Okay. Schumacher's been overtaken by Bottas. But he will have DRS. Let's up his tyre pace a bit.
So you can push
Try and get him back in front.
Copy.
How long for my pit stop? 1, 2, 3, 4 laps. 3 laps after this one. Might have to pit him a lap early. Pace is dropping off a bit. Mick is back in front of Bottas. Good. Slow that pace down again.
Haas with an overtake there.
Ocon gets out of the way. Are we within a second of Latifi to get the DRS off him? I hope so. He's pulling out the way, so he's not going to wait. Yes, we did get the DRS. Excellent. Okay, let's push on this lap. Someone's locked up.
Is that a lockup?
Hamilton. Oh, beautiful. Hamilton's locked up.
We can take a look now. Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one. And yes, that's the lockup.
Okay, that's cost him some time.
The team are really disappointed.
And that makes it easier for us to have a chance of a podium now.
Road push.
Yeah.
A position gained for Alfa Romeo. Did somebody spin out there?
Stroll has spun. It's just Stroll being Stroll. We have closed the gap by a second. The front
Push hard
runners.
now. Copy.
Russell's in the pits. We're going to be nip and tuck with Hamilton. What times has Hamilton been doing? Last lap was a 121, ours was a 117. He had that spin. Lap history, Hamilton. He's doing 118s. Oscar's doing 117s at the moment. Yeah, we need one more lap like this from Oscar. But I don't have the battery again. I've killed it. Bottas has been dropped. Or has dropped us. Because we got held up with traffic. Lovely. Alright, Mick is going another few laps yet before he pits. Another yellow flag in sector 2. What's that all about?
Yellow ahead, yellow ahead.
Hamilton
Let's
spun
take a
again.
look at the replay. Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one.
Oh, he's just
dear,
not
oh
having
dear,
a
oh
good
dear.
race.
The car's just gone.
Oh, is he holding up the others as well?
That was a bit of...
Did he hold up the other guys as well? No, he didn't. Okay. He's 6 seconds behind it. Oh, we're comfortably getting out ahead of Hamilton now. So, we're going to box this lap. Get onto a fresh set of tyres.
Box, box. Charge on.
Perez is pitting as well. Leclerc is staying
understood.
out.
Limiter on, please.
Bottas is pitting. Okay. Give it everything you got, Mick.
One push, one push. Copy.
At the very least, if Leclerc's pitting on the next lap, I want him to come out behind Mick. Perez is behind him. I could slam the anchors on right now and slow down Perez, but I want to try and slow down Leclerc at the same time. I don't want to leave him isolated to just scamper off into the distance. I'm going to charge. I'm not going to over push these tyres too hard at the start, because I have got that buffer of Mick being in the way. Hamilton having a nightmare. Just a bit, yeah. 2 spins in quick succession. That's dropped him completely out of contention for a podium right now. Okay, Leclerc's in the pits. Mick is under 15 seconds, so he should get out in front, because it's quite a short amount of time that you lose on the pits here. It's only about 15 to 18 seconds, I think. So Mick is about to take the lead. Now we're going to harvest. We're going to ignore that. We're going to slow his tyre pace
More
down.
charge, more charge.
We are just going to get out in front. There we go. Just in front of Leclerc. That is perfect. And now we are going to go super defensive. Another yellow flag. Has Hamilton gone again? Virtual safety car. Oh!
VSC.
Okay, I've got to pit Mick on this lap. I've got to take advantage of that VSC. But I'm also going to slap him into conserve on everything. I'm going to leave Oscar as he is. Hopefully he doesn't lose too much in the way of time. But we know that our cars normally run a lot slower under VSC than the AI does. So this is going to slow down Leclerc and Perez. Question is, can Oscar close that gap a little bit before the pit stop? It doesn't look like it. And Bottas is close. Oh no, it is coming down a little bit. Oh, I kind of wish I had another lap. But I've got to take advantage of Mick pitting under the safety.
Good entry.
That might bring him back out just behind Bottas. What tyres is Bottas running? He's running hard, so Bottas might be going to the end, but he might be two-stopping. He might be going onto softs at the end. .4 seconds, that's not bad. Bottas has gone through. We're going to come out behind him. But we should. Can we get out in front of Sainz? No. But we can get out in front of Verstappen. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Sainz hasn't pitted. Oh no, he has pitted. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to cool the tyres. Save some fuel. Again, the win was always going to be a push, a real stretch to get the win, but the podium is very much on. It all depends on what pace Bottas is going to run. But Mick's well placed right now. He's one-stopping as well, so actually I need to get back to Mick. Tell him to stop blocking. Performances like this from Schumacher that's making me think I should keep him next year. But he won't sign a one-year extension. I'm going to have to offer him at least 2 years, and even then I don't think he'll accept it.
So overtake is available if you need it.
Right. Mick is vulnerable, so I need to push him.
If you've got some margin, try to increase the pace a little bit.
Copy. You can push. Copy.
Let's see if we can pull away before DRS kicks back in. I'm going to push Oscar as well.
Mode push.
Copy.
Alright, so I've broken the gap behind, so there's no DRS for the guys behind us now. Don't think I'm going to be able to close up the sights before I run out of battery. Well, I'm guaranteeing I'll catch up the sights before I run out of battery. But I need to make sure Bottas obviously doesn't catch us as well, so we're pulling away from him with Oscar. I wasn't going to replace him with the big name. I was going to replace him with Logan Sargent, because I just hadn't felt that Mick's been performing very well. But well, we are flying on the back of sights. Mind you, he has just overtaken a lapped car, so maybe that's why. His sight is really close. Come on, Alpine, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Thank you. New fastest lap for Oscar. Nick's just 2.5 seconds behind Sainz. Oh, this is glorious. Got enough to push this lap and then he's out of battery. If I can get onto the back of Sainz this lap, then Mick's going to be golden. That's it, no more battery. Right, let's push his tyres harder than I'd like, but necessarily.
And push now, makes more push now. Copy.
Now Oscar's out of battery as well. Let's go to neutral with him. He's down, got the gap down to 7 seconds.
DRS enabled.
And his tyres I can push a little bit harder as well. I wish I'd known that.
Push as much as you can.
Oh, I thought Mick was going into the wall of champions for a second then. And 2 second gap. If they squabble, if they fight, we will close them down. And it looks like they're squabbling. And there's back markers in front as well. This could really work out to our benefit here. Sainz has lost ground. Sainz has been held up really badly. Really badly. Get that DRS, get that DRS. I haven't seen the sign that said it was enabled yet, actually. Has it popped up? Let's see if Mick opens his flap. Yes, DRS is active. Okay. Let's ease his tyres down now. And let's try and harvest a bit of battery. How's Oscar doing?
Charge on, charge on. Yeah, copy.
Built up a very healthy lead over Bottas now. Going to try and charge him up a little bit. Oh, we got Sainz. We got him.
Is that a new race position for
I see that.
Let's have a look. Now just focus on
Mick is having a blinding race.
Gaining a position there.
Fantastic.
They make it look so easy. The team watching on and clearly loving that.
We've got the DRS of Gasly as well. I think it's going to be touch and go, but I think I've got it. Yes, I have. Excellent. And Bottas is only just 1.5 seconds further up the road. Turning into a fantastic race for Mick. And he doesn't have to pit again. As long as I'm careful with his tyres, he could be on for major points here. Got to keep Schumacher for sure at all costs. Well, not at all costs. But his contract isn't that expensive though. He's relatively cheap. I think he's only about 550,000 a year at the moment, 540, 550, something like that. He's got a higher bonus for scoring points than Piastri does.
Haas with an overtake.
Let's go neutral.
Motor race. Copy.
Oscar's losing a little bit of time again. Let's go neutral.
Charge off.
Copy.
I want to just sit behind Bottas. I don't want to try and overtake him too much because I want to drop Mick's tyre wear down. So getting him to sit behind Bottas for several laps will mean I can run his tyres at a lower pace and mean I'll have more to fight with and defend with later in the race. But I've got to keep a Ferrari behind me, and that's no mean feat. He's got a clean run. That's going to get me, I think. I'm going to go side by side. Yeah, he's going to get me into turn one. Oh, no, he's not. We got a great drive. Where did that come from? Mick is mighty today. You know what? We're close. I'm going to get him to push onto the back of Bottas. If I'm lucky, I can get him before the hairpin, which means I can get DRS. If not, at least I'll get him on the next lap. Perez has dropped outside of Leclerc, so now we've got a chance to catch Perez. We're lapping a couple of tenths faster than him, but we're pushing hard to do it. I can push even harder, but I want to try and get his battery up. Okay, so Mick is now going to be in DRS range, just in time for me to start harvesting battery again.
Charge on, charge on.
And once he's finished harvesting battery, I can drop his tyre pace down. Better upgrades, maybe? Hey, look at this, we are storming. Now that Perez has dropped away from Leclerc, he is struggling to keep with him. They're both on the same tyres. I think they're going to be going for a set of softs at the end. Same as me. But I am closing him down. Oh wait, traffic. That's why he's fallen back. Can he catch up now that he's got through the traffic? He's got DRS off the back of that Williams. I think that's Alonso, not Alonso, Albon that he's got past. Yeah, that DRS has caught him right up to the back of Leclerc again. Alright, let's try and get a little bit of harvesting in.
Charge on.
Copy.
Mick doing what he needs to at the moment, which is just sitting behind Bottas and charging his battery. Try dropping his tyres down a bit. This might leave me vulnerable to the Ferrari. I might end up losing a bit of pace to Valtteri here, so I'm going to stick with this for a moment. Just monitor it. I need one more lap of charging, I think, to get his battery full. But without the ERS deployment and with the tyres at a lower pace, it does mean I'm vulnerable out of the traction zones. You can see Valtteri just rocketing away from us there, but we have got the DRS to pull him back. It's it's not Valtteri so much that I'm worried about, it's more Sainz behind me that I'm worried about. Like that. For whatever reason, we don't have the DRS open. He must have hit the brakes and closed it, and then it won't let him reopen it when that happens.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Okay. Oscar's battery is charged, so let's get him back into neutral. Schumacher's battery is charged as well, so we can put him back into neutral.
Charge off.
And
Yeah, copy.
I might just stay. Oh, the Ferrari's already got through. Okay, that's not so good. We're gonna need to up mix pace again. Need to get him past Valtteri quickly.
So you can push a bit more.
Copy.
Luckily, with the increase in tyre pace and the fact that he's got battery available to use again now, he should hopefully get Valtteri relatively quickly. Depends just how much of a boost he's getting from that Ferrari in front of him. And he's got back past again. Can we get Sainz here? We want to be the second car in the queue. We don't want to be the third. It's the worst place to be, because it makes it almost impossible to get through when you want to start pushing. Looking at the tyres for both drivers are still absolutely fine. Oscar getting that gap back down a little bit now that he's got some battery to play with. I don't want to push just yet in terms of deployment. I want to wait until he gets a bit closer. Still a way till the pit window. Need a good exit here. Sainz is going to breeze past Bottas here. And we need to try and follow him through on the next straight. Shaping for the move. Beautiful. Okay, so the Ferrari's going to be quick. Ferrari's going to be very quick in comparison to Bottas, and we are now the car that's sitting behind it. So Sainz should start closing us up. We're closing up to Perez,
Overtake there.
and hopefully Sainz is going to unwittingly drag Mick along with him. So we're going to get both our cars into the podium position fight. This could work out very well indeed, because again, I'm going to say it again, Mick does not need to stop again. Whereas I think everybody in front, including Oscar, does. So if Mick ends up inheriting the lead of the Grand Prix, I can just get him to defend like hell while Oscar tries to pick off the guys behind him. I would like us to try and drop Bottas if we can, but that Alfa Romeo is just very fast in a straight line. But if we can break his DRS somehow, Piastri closing up to the back of Perez, just 5.5 seconds now. At this rate though, I think I might run out of tyres before I get to him. I need Bottas to have a wild lunge, lock up and go wide, and slow up Gasly in the process. But at least I've got the tyre pace like this to stick with Sainz. I don't want to overtake him. Just want to sit behind him for a bit. Perfect. Okay, let's go back to Oscar. He is really closing on Perez right now. Is Perez in traffic again? He's just got past somebody. It's one of the Aston Martins, I think. Yeah, it's Stroll. He's got a 2-second gap now to Leclerc, who's got Zhou in front of him. We are definitely bringing ourselves into contention for a win if the guys in front have to stop again. I do think they do. I don't know. That tyre wear is so good, they might be staying out. But at the very least, we'll have the pace over Sainz as things stand right now, with a fresh set of soft tyres to get back past him again. Mick is through. Well, that works out even better. And then we'll just leave Mick blocking like that for a bit. Oh, Sainz got past him again. That didn't last long. Oh, he's under pressure from Bottas. Come on. Good exit and DRS here, please.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
Bottas has dropped. Bottas has dropped out of DRS from that lunge. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So we'll pull away from him now. He won't be able to keep up with the Ferrari without DRS. But if we stay nestled in his DRS, we will. That is glorious. It's all coming up HAAS. We're coming up to the back of Stroll. Looks like we're going to catch him at just the right point as well. We'll get DRS off the back of his car here.
Mode push.
Alright, come on, Oscar. I can't believe no one's beaten our fastest lap yet. What is the fastest lap? A 1:16.2. Claire's getting close-ish. He's doing low to mid 16s, or high to mid 16s. Oh, we just improved it. 1:15.5. And this is on very used medium tyres. Can we get another DRS here? I think we were just a little bit too far away, but he should still pull out of our way and not block us. Yeah, just a little bit too far away for the DRS. Don't block us. Don't block us.
Is that a new race position for HAAS?
Excellent stuff. Schumacher's through again. Gap's down to 3 seconds. I don't know if I'm going to have enough battery to actually get on the back of him before I have to run out of battery. Oh, this is all coming up so well. I had high hopes coming into the Grand Prix, but I didn't think I'd be in this position. After the first 10 laps, when that gap started to open up, I didn't think we'd be in this situation. Oh, come on, we are tantalisingly close here. We're inside DRS.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Charge on.
Copy.
What about Oscar's fuel usage? It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Right now I am exactly where I need to be. On the back of a Red Bull with DRS charging up the battery. And just over 2 seconds behind the race leader. Perez goes defensive and we are through. Just like that.
Keep it up.
Let's see if we can get on the back of Leclerc.
Charge off.
Copy.
HAAS with an overtake.
Oh, Mick's been dropped.
Push hard now. Okay.
Oh, should have. I got so engrossed with Piastri there, I forgot to keep an eye on Mick. We almost gave Bottas the DRS as well, so we rescued that just in time. Leclerc has got traffic again. It's just too fast in a straight line without DRS. Well, we're holding back Perez right now. We're into the window. 3 more laps. Will I get DRS here? Maybe not, but importantly, nor will Leclerc because he's already got past. And we might get it on the next straight as we go past Vettel. Can we get close enough to Vettel here? I don't think we can. Perez is flying. I think he's going to get us. Gets an empty, well, not the greatest of exits, but he's just got the battery. We don't, and he's got the DRS. So we're going to stick behind him and charge up again.
Charge on.
Yeah, copy.
Mick is all over the back of
Red Bull gained a place.
sights again.
Charge on, charge on. Copy.
Yeah, I've got some leeway on mixed tyres now, so I can leave him like this for the rest of the race if I need to. Okay, the Red Bull's going to get DRS, I think, off the back of Vettel. We're going to get it off the back of Perez, we could both close right up on Leclerc here. Except, no. Perez didn't get the DRS. Vettel is sitting in Leclerc's DRS right now and he's being pulled along.
Okay, nice work.
And we just snuck straight back through.
HAAS with an overtake there.
Right, I'm going to box this lap, I think. Brand new set of softs.
Box.
Gasly's got past Bottas. We're still tucked up nicely behind Sainz. Got to be careful though, because he's about to get DRS off of Stroll. Unless Stroll pulls over before the line, which he might well do actually. Oh, I think he might just have got the DRS. I'm not sure. It's a bit iffy on this track as to exactly where the DRS detection point is.
Okay, copy, mate.
Was it on?
Yes, he did get DRS, but we've got it as well. This is the all-important pit stop. Can we get out in front of Sainz? No, I don't think we can. We've got to get out in front of Bottas though, which we are definitely going to do. We're right behind Mick. And Mick is going to pull over and let us through at some point. Just hope we don't stuff Mick up too much here.
Charge off.
Switch charge on. Copy.
So Mick's going to have DRS to follow us through. We're going to hunt down the guys in front. I really want to push Piastri right now and go for a blistering fastest lap, but I don't necessarily need to. What I do need to do is make sure that Mick can keep pace. Because I want to pull him through past Sainz with me and then up to the back of Perez and Leclerc if I can. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull him through, but all the way up there. But if I can at least get him past Sainz and away from Sainz. To do that, I need him to be in the DRS. Piastri's almost there. As soon as he gets there, I've got to push, start pushing Mick as well. So not this lap. Alright, we got the DRS. So now it's time to push Oscar. And Mick.
Push.
Copy.
Come on, let's close the gap.
Copy.
So can Mick stay with Oscar? This is the vital moment of this race in terms of maximising our points here. Oscar's going to breeze past Sainz. He's not going to have a defence for him. He's just going to be way too fast on fresh tyres. Full push. and DRS. Alright, that's the flap open. Can we both get him on this straight? Oh, he goes defensive. We'll get him on the next one.
Okay, good job. That's one.
There we go. Blitzing through.
Is that a new race position for HAAS?
Very good.
HAAS with an overtake.
Can I keep Mick in that 1 second range? Ah, not quite. Ah. Let's give Mick a chance.
Charge on, please.
If I can't get him back into Oscar's range while Oscar's running a lower tyre pace like this, I've got no battery left.
Copy.
I'm just going to burn out
Charge
Mick's
on,
tyres
charge on.
and jeopardise his position. So I think this is the end of our chance with Mick. We just leave him defending. Yeah, we're just going to risk pulling Sainz up to the fight, which we don't really want. Right, I've got to get Oscar to
Ferrari,
pull away from
advance
Sainz
the
now.
race position.
So ideally Sainz will overtake us here. And then we'll re-overtake him on the main straight with DRS, and then we'll just push for a flying lap and try and break the toe again.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Mode push.
Copy.
We can close on them.
Copy. More charge off, please. Understood.
How did we not get past there? He's taken a very defensive line. He's blocking us. So we'll charge up and we'll go again.
Copy. More charge. Copy.
When the AI decides they want to defend, they park their car just in the wrong position to stop us from being able to get past them, and we end up just stuck in their wheel track, stuck behind them, and we can end up staying there if we don't have a significant pace advantage. And even then, it can be tricky to try and pull out and get clear of them. I had that happen to me with my Williams file at Spa. Right, that Ferrari's pushing hard. It's got DRS. Where did it get DRS from? No, it doesn't have DRS. It's just... Yeah, see, he's just blocking the line slightly. We can't quite get in there. Okay, we're running out of laps to get back up to Perez. I've got to have a go for it on this lap. I've got to wait till the main straight.
Come on, you can do this.
Yeah.
See if full tyres and neutral deployment is enough. I'm going to try and get past him before we reach the back of Joe's car here. Alright, this time I've got him.
Good job.
He's going to sit right in my slipstream. And Mick's going to close right up on him.
HAAS with an overtake there.
And now I'm going to try and break that toe.
Mode push.
Copy.
I need the Alpha to hold him up and not me. There we go. Mick's battery's fully charged as well, so we can get him onto neutral. Right, this is the lap that we break away and start hunting down Perez.
Mod race.
I ended up leaving it a bit longer than I would have liked because I was trying to help Schumacher out as well, but I just couldn't do it. And in doing that, we lost a good chunk of time. Okay, so we pulled out a 3-second gap. Mick's back in front.
Good job so far.
Let's get Mick to take up a defensive position.
Is that a new race position for HAAS?
See if we can get 4th place for Mick. And maybe 2nd place for Perez, for Piastri. Fuel is not an issue, tyres are not an issue. We've got enough tyres to push hard like this for multiple laps, and then we can just ease them down a little bit, and we should still have more pace anyway. The battery, again, is going to be the limiting factor here, and it so often is. But even like this, we are flying away from Mick. And we are gaining on Perez. Let's see, what is their time across the line? So Perez did a 1:16.5 without supercharging the battery. We did a 1:15.4. So we're gaining a second a lap. We've got 11 laps to go. And we're 16 seconds... No, we are 11 seconds behind. Oh, this is on. They've got traffic coming up as well, which is going to slow them down. This is on. As long as my tyres don't fall away too quickly, then this is very much on. I am going to just ease them down to slightly less aggressive. Try and make them last a little bit longer. We've got the podium. That's no longer up for debate. But it's whether we can get on the second step. Okay. What do we do across the line this time? 1:15.7 to a 1:16.5, so it's 0.8. We've lost a little bit of time by dropping the tyre pace down. I think we kind of need to. They've still got that traffic to come. really want to push Mick's tyres too hard because we did thrash them earlier. He's going to be right on the cliff at the end of the race. As long as he can stay in DRS range, then he's good. Okay, Leclerc is encountering traffic. Perez is about to come up to that traffic. We've got to close 10 seconds in 9 laps. I'm just going to keep checking in on Mick from time to time. Let's take a look at Perez. There's the Alpine in front of him. That is Ocon, I think. I think it's Alonso. Yeah, it's Alonso in front of Leclerc. There's Alonso, and he's got Norris just a little bit up the road from him. I really need Perez to get held up here. On, help me out. Have another wild spin or something and block the track. Oscar's not closing anywhere near fast enough. Oh, Schumacher locked up. No, he's lost his wing. He's out.
Jesus.
It's a collision.
Ah.
Here's the replay. Let's have another look.
No.
Science is the focus
He's going to just lock up and go straight to the back of Sainz, isn't he? Oh,
and
damn
there's
it.
the hit, and it's crystal clear who was in the wrong there.
And I've got no spare front wing, so that is Mick out of the race.
That's going to be a big blow.
God damn it. I knew I should have made an extra spare front wing. We've got a safety car, though. Oh, we've completely destroyed the gearbox for Mick's car as well. But Sainz is out, Mick's out. How big is my gap? It's big enough. It's just big enough for me to put on a brand new set of soft tyres. I think it's big enough. 9 seconds under safety car. I think I can do it.
Okay, understood.
Limiter on, please.
We've lost Mick, but now the win is on. We're going to drop place to Bottas by the look of it. I don't know why. Oh, was that Zhou that I was looking at? That was Zhou. Zhou that's gone through. We're going to get out ahead of Bottas. And we're getting ahead of the Aston Martin as well, so that's one less car to worry about. Okay, the win is on. The win is very much on. Let's conserve these tyres. We'll leave the fuel on push because I've got too much as it is. Start harvesting that battery.
Charge on.
If we do win this race, I'm sure there'll be Crashgate, trending. Because we wouldn't have won without the safety car. So we lost the points that Mick would have given us for 4th place or 5th place, depending on where he finished. But we will gain points on Piastri for the win and the fastest lap. We'll guarantee that fastest lap. Right, how many cars are between us and Perez? Okay, Leclerc's got an Alpine behind him, then Perez, and then Alpine, and then Zhou, and then us. Those guys are going to peel out of the way, so there'll be an annoyance, and briefly. But then we'll be able to push through, and we've got a couple of cars behind us and Bottas as well, so we've got a little bit of a cushion ourselves. We've got 2 back markers that Bottas is going to have to navigate through. So that spares us from being jumped at the start. 6 laps left, including this one. Now we need the safety car to come in on this lap. Look at that, just 1 second behind Leclerc right now. I have to definitely manufacture some new parts. I need at least 2 more front wings. Oh, safety car is coming in this lap.
Keep pushing.
So we're going to have 5 laps of flat out running. I'm saving the battery for the last lap and a half to 2 laps.
The safety car has left the pack now.
Yeah.
And look at the tyre difference there. They're on 50% medium hards. We're on brand new softs. We should be able to get past them. It's not a guarantee. And we need this traffic to get out of our way quickly. There it goes.
Remaining.
Right, out the way, Alonso. Out the way, Alonso. Thank you. ERS is fully charged.
Available if you need it.
Copy.
Neutral deployment.
Charge off.
Copy.
It's a shame for Mick, but what a chance. Hell yeah. Like I said, it's bittersweet. We're losing a great finish for Mick, but we're gaining a golden opportunity for Oscar here. Perez is already out of DRS range. So I'm going to make my move on Perez right now.
Mode push.
Copy.
Come on. Get the move done into this turn. Under braking. Under braking. Around the outside. He's got better drive. He's blocked us. Okay, harvesting again.
Charge on.
Copy.
4 laps remaining.
Oh, 4 laps to go. This is the most nerve-wracking end to a race I've ever had, because I have yet to win a race. And now, not only do I have a chance, but I'm doing it in front of a live audience. I've had 2 chances, well, 1 real chance of a win before, and I messed it up. And that was on my Mercedes file at Jeddah. And the top 3 crossed the line, separated by less than 1 second, and I was in 3rd. behind the two Ferraris. Perez doesn't have DRS. DRS should be switched on this lap. So we need to pass Perez this lap, and then that gives us time to catch up to Leclerc, and then pass him, and then pull away from him. Battery is charged. Let's go neutral.
Charge off.
Copy.
In fact, let's go overtake. Come on, Oscar. Oh, just breezed this past him. Like he wasn't even there. We're going to get the DRS on Leclerc off of the back straight.
That's one.
Can we get them both on the same lap and then just boom into the distance?
HAAS with an overtake.
We got the DRS. Look at the speed, we're closing in them. Can we get him around the outside? Oh yes, beautiful. Under braking, better exit, DRS, full launch. Boom, we're gone. Leclerc might lose out to Perez now.
2 laps to go.
HAAS with an overtake.
Let's see the replay on this one.
Let's take a closer look. Now just focus on the HAAS.
That's a beautiful move.
They take advantage and muscle their way through. Excellent work. That was a big moment. The team are clearly delighted.
Team boss is very delighted. This for a new fastest lap. We've already broken the DRS to Leclerc. Colin, don't you... I'm deleting that comment. Don't you dare jinx this.
I think there's been a lock-up.
Ricardo's locked up. That's a mighty lap. Well, apparently it wasn't the fastest. What did we do last lap? A 1:14.5. How is that not the fastest lap? We did a 1:14.5, and maybe it's because we've already got it, but even so, it should still have updated it. Come on, Oscar. Just hold it together. Come on, Oscar. Here we go. Just one corner. There it is. There's my first Formula One manager win. Oh, that feels so good.
Checkered flag.
Did I think I'd have won a race this early? I always knew I had an outside chance at this circuit. Given the way we've been upgrading the car and, you know, the potential to maybe pull off a one-stop. I think we could possibly, with Mick have made that a one, well, not a 1-2, but maybe have got Mick onto the podium, because I'd have boxed him for soft as well. But then, having said that, if Mick hadn't done that, we wouldn't have had the safety car. We wouldn't have had the chance to do that. So, yeah. There we go. Top step trophy earned.
A brilliant performance from the HAAS driver.
This is Hamilton-esque though.
HAAS there having a very
It's
successful
what his
day
fifth
of
race
the races.
of his career, and he's won a race.
Whatever they're doing over at the team garage, I should think they're going to keep on doing it.
And after this result, the team is fourth in the constructors' standings.
Fourth.
For the next round, we're heading back to the heart of the UK. Get ready for a race to remember in Silverstone, the cradle of Formula One.
Oh, Silverstone. We've got a chance for some good points at Silverstone as well. Look at that. Oh, it did count the lap. Look, 1:14.0 was the best lap. When did we do a 1:14.0? That must have been the lap before when we overtook Sainz for the lead. There's the tyre history. So Leclerc and Perez were one-stopping, as was Hamilton. Actually, most of the field one-stopped. Vettel two-stopped. Zhou two-stopped, but that's because he damaged his car, I think. So that's why he went on to a set of mediums. Ocon, I don't know if he damaged his car or not. Looks like Sainz was on for a one-stop as well, as was Mick, obviously. I'm surprised that we were the only car that was going for a two-stop, and in the end we made a three-stop because of the safety car. But without the safety car, it would have been a two. One of the only cars to do that. I'm surprised. If we look at Leclerc's times, his last lap was his fastest, a 1:15.9. He must have used the DRS to re-overtake Perez. Perez's best time of 1:15.4 when he used the DRS to overtake Leclerc. Mick was running good pace, 1:16.5. I mean, the pace that we were running on that lap was a couple of tenths faster, but not horrendously faster. But yeah, that safety car, as brutal as it was in the way that it came about at just the right time for us to get the win. That was bad luck mixed in with a big dollop of good luck at the same time. Finish position, we failed because we didn't get both our cars to finish, which means we also missed out on the position gain, which we would have absolutely crushed. But we got the fastest lap, which covers off the losses that we made there, and we don't lose anything on that. We just don't gain anything because it was an incentive, not a guarantee. Finish position streak has not improved because, again, we didn't get both cars to finish. So that might end that streak. I don't know. That might reset it. Will Mick be starting Silverstone with a grid penalty? I don't know. I don't think so. But we won't know until we get to Silverstone. But let's just revel in that for a second there. Oscar Piastri winning his first race, or getting his first win. It's not really winning his first race, but certainly getting his first win in his debut season. I think only his 5th race of his career for HAAS. Not a title contending team, a HAAS. That's glorious. So there he is, jumping up to 7th in the championship, above George Russell, who we will, I think, only a point behind, or a few points behind. Gasly jumps a position. Mick stays where he is. In the constructors, We've jumped Alfa Romeo quite comfortably. We're now 6 points clear of them. And that's really, really good. That's going to give us such a confidence boost with the board. Mick doesn't get a development point because he didn't finish the race, I'm guessing. He got a disappointing performance because he crashed. How much more experience do I need for his next point? I'll probably have to wait till I get to his profile to have a look. But we've got a new point for Oscar as well. Oscar gets a $20,000 bonus for winning the race. So yeah, we did lose on the finish position streak. I had a feeling we would, but you know, I don't care. We won the race. We got to win. This is 6th race. You might be right on that. Let's have a look. He debuted at Imola. So that was Imola, Miami, Spain, Monaco, Baku, and Canada. Yeah, race number 6. But even so, that's still a mighty achievement. Okay, I need to rebuild Mick's car because it's missing some parts. I don't have a front wing. So I need to manufacture. How long till Silverstone? 11 days. I need to order 3 of these. And I can get 3 at normal pace before the Grand Prix. So that's good. So we'll confirm those. He also wrecked a gearbox completely as well, which is not good. I broke a rear wing, but I've still got 5 of those. That's no problem. Underfloor is okay. Suspension is fine. Side pods are fine. Front wing we've just done. Chassis is damaged. I need 2 new chassis. How long are they going to take? For 2, 18 days. What if I rush them? Just about get them in time. Okay, so we've got a spare chassis for both cars on the way. Right, what else do we need to do, bookkeeping wise? Can't do that. Cars, can't do that. Drivers, we have 5 months left on Mick's contract. His morale's taken a bit of a hit, or will take a bit of a hit because of his crash. Oh, got 2 points with Oscar. Okay. Putting both of those into his smoothness. Improve his tyre wear. Logan's got a point as well. So these must have been unspent from last session. And again, I'm going to work on his smoothness as well. So that's all our drivers taken care of. Look at Piastri's morale. He's on a high, and rightly so. He's got a good affinity with Ed as well, which is very useful. Gonna have to give him a new contract at some point soon. There we go. 1 win, 1 podium. He's scored 61 points already. Fantastic stuff. Right, so we've done the drivers. Let's look at the staff. No points for Simone Resta. Nothing for Aaron. Nothing for Jorn Becker. Nothing for Ed Reagan. Ed's getting replaced at the end of the season. Maybe even before then. engineering team, scouting team, pit crew. Yes, I am working on tyre changing. Good, good, good. Facilities. How much money do we have? Got 10 million. So, we've already paid for the bits we need to manufacture, so we can now use that 10 mil to maybe upgrade our car. CFD simulator is already being upgraded. I could upgrade the wind tunnel, but I could also upgrade the factory. What would an upgrade give me? 3 car part manufacturers and speed up the manufacturing speed a little bit. That's less important for me because we're not bringing lots of upgrades quickly, and you know, if things break because we have a car totaled and we have to emergency build stuff, we'll do that. I'd rather not spend a huge chunk of money to manufacture parts when we're not bringing lots of upgrades at the same time. We're only bringing 1 or 2 upgrades out every now and again, so that is a waste of money for us at this stage. However, the design center would be useful. We can't quite afford it yet. It would give us the ability to do 3 projects, which means we could do 1 project for a part for the car and then 2 research projects for next year during each testing period. That would speed up our development for next year. So for me, it's going to come down to either we do the design center next or we do the wind tunnel. What do you guys think? Wind tunnel or design center? Can the drivers go to a potential 90 overall? Yes, they can, because Verstappen's already a 90 overall, I think, as is Hamilton. Let's scout drivers and have a look. Yeah, Hamilton and Verstappen are both 90 overall. Bottas, look at that, his salary, 18.5 mil, 14 mil buyout fee. Nope. Not paying that. Don't care how good he is. For a 32-year-old, that's a lot of money. And I still don't know if there's stat decline in this when you reach a certain age. So you could effectively pay a very expensive contract for someone who's just going to get worse. Alright, let's check the calendar. Working on Oscar's smoothness, we've already just dropped 2 points on it. Can't do anything about changing the speed of the cars yet, because we've got 7 more days to go until we get the next testing period. The board watched the race at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit this weekend. We could not be happier that you led the team to victory. Be assured, wins like this increase the board's confidence in you immensely and will guarantee you job security and funding in the seasons to come. Keep up the good work. Post-race overview. Oscar claimed the checkered flag, finishing ahead of Leclerc and Perez, who shared the podium. That's the point, we didn't see a podium celebration, did we? Ah, I feel robbed. Robbed. It's because it was Piastri. They haven't got a voice. They haven't got a head model for him. Ah, that's so annoying. If that had been Schumacher, we'd have seen a podium celebration because they've got obviously a head model for him. That is so annoying. Everyone's talking about HAAS as they exceed everyone's expectations, currently placing P4 in the Constructors' Championship with 75 points. Mick was one of 2 unfortunate retirements this week. We can only imagine their frustration at not being able to reach the checkered flag. Okay, well, we've got a little bit of time till the next race. Still waiting for some suggestions from you guys on wind tunnel or saving up for the design studio. He's still not interested. But we do now have a breakdown of his stats, and look at that pit crew management and that feedback score. They are immense. His communication's a bit slow, but that would be what we would put all of his points into if we were to sign him. Obviously, he's not interested right now, but by the end of the season, he might be. I'm thinking of looking at him for a next season sign. Let's have a look at his contract. That's not too bad, 1.3. He's only got a year left on his contract. Ooh. Maybe we can try and snipe him at the end of the season, or towards the end of the season. Ben Mitchell, this is who I want to replace Reagan with. He's not interested. I'm surprised at that. Great pit crew skills, very good communication skills, feedback's a little lacking. Why is he not interested? He was earlier. Maybe they've put him on a new contract or something, I don't know. But he was interested earlier when I started scouting. I wanted to get his salary details before I made an approach. They're both on 1.3 mil a year. Okay, so those are the two that we're looking at for signing later in the season then, when they're interested. Okay, let's check the rest of our emails. Oh, that was it. Okay, so advancing time. Engineers have completed the rear wing design. Oh, okay. No manufacturer slots available because we are replacing wings for the front and new chassis as well. Let's view in the warehouse though. There you can see the improvements of this new rear wing. It's going to give us a little bit of a boost to our top speed. It's going to improve our acceleration. It's going to improve our cornering forces. Our DRS top speed will improve. Our dirty air cornering speeds or downforce will also improve as well. The only thing that will be affected, and only minorly, will be our low downforce. Maybe I can still squeeze one of those onto Oscar's car for the next race. 6 days to go. I'm going to have to emergency rush 2 of them as soon as a slot opens up, I think. New testing period has started. So, warehouse. Chassis. We've got 1 spare. Front wing. Install on car 1. We've got 1 spare of those. Current projects. 4 days and 3 days. Ooh. When the front wings are done, I can emergency rush 2 rear wings and have enough for Oscar to run with a spare at Silverstone. That's going to be expensive, but I think we need to do it. Right, new projects. Let's see. So we've done a big chassis upgrade recently. We haven't done side pods yet. And that's the free suspension upgrade we got at the start of the season. So maybe we go with the side pods. Let's see. Let's go with 4.5 MAUs. This is going to be the only upgrade we bring for this allotment period. Wind tunnel hours. We've got 92. I'm going to go with 50 hours. No, I'm going to go with 60 hours. That's going to have a big improvement on drag reduction. Engine cooling is going to get a bit of an improvement. Airflow is going to improve. Let's look at a design focus. I do kind of want to optimize race performance. That's going to reduce engine cooling quite significantly. But that's going to give us another boost to speed and cornering forces and downforce as well. Don't really want to sacrifice too much in the way of engine cooling. Okay, what does my airflow middle have an effect on? Okay, my airflow middle doesn't seem to be negatively affecting. I mean, it will improve my cornering downforce. But I kind of want to maybe do that. That improves our speed in a straight line and doesn't sacrifice any engine cooling. Does reduce the bonus on the drag reduction a little bit, but it's still a big gain overall. Yeah, I'm going to go with that for our side pods. That's going to give us a very nice little boost. I'm going to go with 6 engineers. I'm going to go intense. It's not horrendously expensive, and we'll get those in a month. That'll be ready. So let's go ahead and confirm that. And now we're going to start a research project. What are the minor technical regulations for next season? Drag reduction, engine cooling. Okay, everything's going down by 10% next season. The wings are what's going to generate the front wing and the underfloor, what's going to generate our downforce for cornering. The chassis and the rear wing are what's going to generate our speed. So given that, I think we need to make sure that our chassis is as good as we can make it. So I'm going to throw everything we've got left into chassis research. And we're going to optimize for race performance. And we're going to put the last 4 engineers we have on that. Okay, so that's all of our allocation of testing that we can do until the next window, which I think is in 2 months. Maybe 3. So, yeah. We've only got 1 upgrade to bring now until, for a while after this new rear wing. But we will have a really good chassis, hopefully. Starting for next season, and we will also have those new side pods. They'll take 33 days to design. So in 33 days, let's check the calendar. We'll get those in time for the Hungarian Grand Prix qualifying, so we won't be able to build them until after Hungary. And then we've got the mid-season break, so we'll have those in time for Belgium. That's really important, to get those new side pods with their, you know, improved speed and drag reduction in time for Spa. Yeah, that's huge. All right. So that's our contracts done. Simone Resta, I've noticed the gearbox installed is in poor condition. Go to car setup. Forgot about the gearbox. Yeah, we've lost that gearbox entirely. That was a brand new gearbox as well. Okay, let's put in the practice gearbox. At some point we're going to have to buy a new gearbox for Mick. We can't do it yet until we use that one, but that's not going to take too long. And that means we're definitely going to incur a penalty sooner rather than later with Mick's car. Car 2, let's put the gearbox in on that. Engine, we'll swap the engines over for practice so I don't forget next time, which I might well do. They're looking a bit rough. And ERS. Oh, they're all looking a bit rough. Again, I'm using the ERS heavily. Oh no, Mix has taken damage from the crash. That's why it's so battered up. So we're going to need a new ERS for Mick at some point as well. Okay. With these new testing projects coming, an update to the wind tunnel might be wise. Yeah, I'm thinking probably the same thing. Alright. So car development facilities. Let's go ahead. Oh, I can't afford it now. Alright, so we'll have to do the wind tunnel after Silverstone. Because I want to try and get those rear wings in, and that's going to be expensive as well. So Simone Resta's contract expires in 6 months. Okay. His morale's only okay at the moment. It's 2.8 mil. He's a good guy to have. His stats are all very good. Is he my head of aero? No, he's my technical chief. Okay, let's see what technical chiefs are out there. And who's interested. Pierre's obviously not going to be interested. He's not going to leave Red Bull. Enrico's not going to leave Ferrari. We've actually got the third best in terms of overall rating. But he's 51. There's going to come a point where he's going to want to retire. If we're going to replace him, now's kind of the time to do it when he's got very little left in his contract. Matt Harmon at Alpine is not interested. Ti Chung. A free agent. Maybe. Holger Winter. Oh, he's quite a drop down. Nisha Khan, not interested. She's 53 as well. Or he's 53, I don't actually know. Francois at Williams is open to negotiation, but he's a big drop. I say we stick with him. Let's offer him a new contract. But we won't offer it just yet, because that's going to take away from my budget, and I'll need that wind tunnel upgrade ASAP. So we'll make sure we re-sign him. We'll just wait another month or so before we do it. Okay, what else was there in the inbox? That was it. Okay, so let's advance time. Hospitality upgrade has been done. Front wing is finished. Go to car setup. We should have a spare for each car now. Yes, we do. Good, good, good. And that now means I can manufacture this new rear wing. So I need 2 of these, and I need them now. So we've got to emergency them. That's going to cost me $1 million. But it's worth it, I think. And we're going to install on car 2, which is Oscar's car. And there you can see the improvement to our speed, our acceleration, our medium and high speed, our DRS, and our ability to follow in dirty air is improved as well. So definitely a worthwhile purchase, I think, especially with the high speed and the top speeds. The only negative is we are slightly worse off with the low speed cornering, but only slightly, just 0.001 G. Everything else is a big plus. You know, the medium stuff is kind of a boost. Obviously the blue thumbs are recommended, the green thumbs are crucial, and they're all up. So expensive, but a worthwhile addition to Oscar's car. And then we'll have 2 more for Schumacher's car in a week's time. Right. British Grand Prix is tomorrow. There's that spare chassis that we needed. Pleased to inform you that the board now have high confidence in your leadership as team principal. Our performance as a team has been exemplary, and we encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. Well done and great work. I would expect a very positive result in your board review in 1 month. You can find a breakdown of our assessment in the meantime in the link below. Let's take a quick look. Board confidence is high. Race performance happy. Delighted with the back-to-back results there. We finally broke that streak of satisfied, delighted, satisfied, delighted, satisfied, delighted. With another delighted. That's good. Objective, they are satisfied. Finances, they're satisfied. No debt. We are well on target for this. We are currently 4th. So that's good. And as a long-term objective, the podium contender, we now have 1 of the 6 podiums we need for our long-term target by the end of 2024. So we're making really good progress in that respect as well. Other important email stuff. Monthly car developments. We are 4th overall in high-speed cornering and 4th in high-speed dirty air performance, which is going to be really useful for this is car 1. Car 2 is even better. Because car 2 has the brand new rear wing. So that's pretty encouraging. Especially the high-speed cornering performance. That's going to be crucial for Silverstone, for Spa, for France, for Austria. There's a lot of circuits coming up where our car is going to be perfectly suited to get some really good points. Maybe even another podium or so. So we've got a really good run of tracks coming up for us. We have also got Hungary coming up, which is going to be horrible for us. I think we might struggle at Hungary. But we will certainly do well at Spa. We'll certainly do well at Silverstone, France and Austria. You know, those 4 tracks are going to be very nice for us indeed. Financial report is all good. It's just race prep that needs to be done. So that's where we're going to end it for tonight. A fantastic run at Canada, marred only slightly by the fact that Mick crashed out and had to retire because we didn't have a spare front wing to put on his car. Although, given that he knackered his gearbox, I think he would have forced him into retirement anyway. But on the flip side, that did allow us to pit Oscar for a brand new set of softs, hunt down the race leaders and pass them, and then fly away from them to claim our first win and his first win. So bittersweet, I think, is the best way to look at that. We lost out on some overall points that we could have scored, I think, but we certainly gained by getting a podium and a win. So yeah, quite happy with that. We'll be back Wednesday for the next episode of this. I will not be streaming tomorrow night. So the next episode of our HAAS race at Silverstone will take place on Wednesday night, usual time, about 10:30 in the evening. I'll start streaming, and then Thursday we'll be starting our companion streaming series, where we'll be racing at the front of the grid. We'll be starting a new season with a new team, and we'll be with either Ferrari or Mercedes. That poll is up on my community tab on my channel right now. I will close that poll down at 10 PM UK time on Thursday, about half an hour before we go live with the new series on Thursday. So you've got up to half an hour before the stream starts to decide which of those two teams we're going to be going with. We can either go with Ferrari and we can show Matteo Binotto exactly how strategy works, or we can go with Mercedes and we can get them back up to the top where they think they belong, and to be honest, where they do belong, and make it a three-way fight at the top of the table for the season. So, do we go with Ferrari or Mercedes? You have the choice. Go to the community tab, make your vote, cast your vote. As I say, the poll will close at 10 PM UK time on Thursday, so you've got a couple of days before that closes down to cast your vote, and then we'll go live with whichever one of those two teams has the most votes. So that's all. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please drop a like on the video, and you know, any suggestions or comments, always feel free to drop those in. I do read them. Even if I don't always have time to respond, I do always read the comments. And I will see you all on Wednesday for Silverstone.